That amulet power is actually for me. One of the few for the Inquisitor. Which I will distribute later. Oh, no. Alright. Let's go and talk to Hawk. I'll do the upgrades afterwards when I reset the recorder.
Inquisitor.
Alrighty. Yay! Advancing the story. Where is it? There it is. Hi, Hawk.
Glad you made it. I just got here myself. My contact with the warden should be at the back of the cave.
A group of wardens were protecting a villager from corpses out near Crestwood.
They were likely hunting my friend. I'm glad they didn't come looking for people to help in here. They might well be good.
Well, let's see who this warden friend of hers is. I think she mentioned them, but I don't remember. Examine. Alright. Save. Saving is good. And we go.
It's just us. I brought the Inquisitor.
Warden Loghain McTeer. I believe we have a common cause, Inquisitor.
There was a Loghain who joined the Wardens after he lost for Eldon's throne.
The traitor Terran. Yes. I've heard all the names.
Then that's you.
I've been a Warden for 10 years. They will never fully consider me theirs. Something I've had cause to be grateful for recently.
Most of you Wardens disappear. Then I run into a Darkspawn Magister named Corypheus. Do you think that one might have something to do with the other?
I believe so. After Hawk killed Corypheus, Weishaupt was content to forget the whole affair. If an archdemon can survive seemingly mortal wounds, why not Corypheus? I began to investigate. I found evidence, but no proof. Then, soon after, every warden in Orlais began to hear the calling.
You never told me.
I didn't believe it concerned you.
Is the calling some sort of Grey Warden ritual?
The calling is a portent, like crows circling the battlefield before the fighting. It tells the Warden that his time has come. First are the dreams, and then a voice whispers in the back of the Warden's head, just at the edge of hearing. And that is when the Warden goes down to the deep roads, to die with honor.
And every Grey Warden in Orlais is hearing that right now. They think they're dying.
Yes. Thanks to Corypheus, I believe. If the Wardens fall, who will stop the next blight? That is what's panicked my brethren.
Thanks to the calling, Corypheus has them scared. They're playing right into his hands.
Is the calling they're hearing real, or is Corypheus mimicking it somehow?
I don't know. Even as a senior Warden, I knew little about him. The Wardens believe it to be real, despite my warnings about Corypheus. And that is all that matters at the moment.
You said all the Wardens are hearing the calling. Does that include you?
Yes. It's like an itch, back of my mind. At times, it's barely there at all. Then I find myself starting to hum it under my breath. It is vile. I can understand why so many Wardens have gone mad from fear of it.
How can Corypheus make all these wardens hear the calling?
I don't know. It's likely part of his nature. Corypheus is, or was, once a mortal man. The Blight owns him, but it did not create him. Wardens are tied to the Blight through the Darkspawn. That is how Corypheus influences Warden minds. Somehow he is using that power to mimic the calling.
So the wardens are making some last, desperate attack on the Darkspawn.
The Blight nearly destroyed Ferelden. A Blight without wardens to stop it might well destroy the world. Warden Commander Clarel proposed a ritual involving blood magic. A desperate measure to prevent further blights. When I protested the plan, called it madness, they tried to arrest me. Grey Wardens are gathering here, in the western approach. It's an ancient Tevinter ritual tower.
That voice. Simon Templeman. He has one of the most distinct voices in voice acting, next to Johnny Young Bosch and Vic Mignogna. And he has to be one of my favorite voice actors. One of my favorite actors, period. Alright, let's do this. When we get done, I'll go do shite. Because once this gets done, we have a quest that involves the war table, so, yeah. I believe so, anywho. So yeah, Simon Templeman. Just fantastic. I swear.
Visitor, welcome to the Western Approach. We've sighted Warden activity to the southwest, but no one's been close enough to figure out what they're doing. Between the sandstorms and the vicious wildlife, we haven't made it far out here. One of my men got too close to a poison hot spring and gave me a slightly delirious report of a high dragon flying overhead. In short, this might just be the worst place in the entire world. Be careful out there.
Well, it's good to know what I'm in for.
Sorry I don't have more for you. We intercepted a Venatori messenger and, persuaded him to give up the orders he was carrying. We have them here. This entire place. It just feels like something's not right. Be careful.
He is probably one of my favorite voice actors in any game. Once you hear it, it's like, oh god. He was, for those that don't know the voice actor by name, Kain from the Legacy of Kain series. He also played the Angel of Death in Charmed in the earlier seasons as well as the later season. So, yeah. He is probably one of the more underrated actors I've not met, but I've heard of. Because not a lot of people remember him after a while. Let's go, buddy. Did I kill the dragon over here? I killed the dragon over here. Okay, let's go. God, that noise! So annoying. Really gotta find a better mount for her. But I like the stag. Alright. Well, here's the Tevinter Tower of Death and Doom. God, it's not like you burped. What are you fighting? A hyena? We don't need to fight hyenas.
Good. Whatever's happening has already started. We saw lights coming from the tower.
It has to be blood magic. Steel yourselves. Whatever lies inside won't be pretty. You take point. I'll guard your backs.
Wait! No.
Warden Commander Clarel's orders were clear.
This is wrong!
Remember your oath. In war, victory. In peace, vigilance. In death,
I'm sorry.
sacrifice. Good. Now bind it just as I showed you. Inquisitor, what an unexpected pleasure. Lord Livius Eramond of Virantium, at your service.
You're no warden, mage.
But you are. The one Clarel let slip. And you found the Inquisitor and came to stop me. Shall we see how that goes?
Wardens, this man is lying to you. He serves an ancient Tevinter Magister who wants to unleash a blight.
That's a very serious accusation. Let's see what the Wardens think. Wardens, hands up. Hands down.
Corypheus controls them.
They did this to themselves. You see, the calling had the Wardens terrified. They looked everywhere for help.
In desperation, they turned to the Imperium.
Yes, and since it was my master who put the calling into their little heads, we in the Venatori were prepared. I went to Clarel full of sympathy, and together we came up with a plan. Raise a demon army, march into the deep roads, and kill the old gods before they wake.
Corypheus marching across Orlais with an army of demons. I was shown that back at the Seeker Fortress.
And now you know how it begins. Sadly to the Wardens, the binding ritual I taught their mages has a side effect. They're now my master's slaves. This was a test. Once the rest of the Wardens complete the ritual, the army will conquer Thedas.
So Corypheus influenced the Wardens and made them do this ritual.
Made them? No! Everything you see here, the blood sacrifices to bind the demons, the Wardens did it of their own free will. Fear is a very good motivator, and they were very afraid. You should have seen Clarel agonize over the decision. Burdens of command, I suppose.
Why would the Wardens try to kill the old gods?
A blight happens when dark spawn find an old god and corrupt it into an archdemon. If someone fought through the deep roads and killed the old gods before they could be corrupted, poof! No more blights, ever. The Wardens sacrificed their lives and saved the world.
That's madness. For all we know, killing the old gods could make things even worse.
Well then, it's a good thing I'm taking this demon army off their hands.
Why would Clarel risk using demons?
Demons need no food, no rest, no healing. Once bound, they will never retreat, never question orders. They are the perfect army to fight through the deep roads. Or across Orlais. Now they are bound to my master.
Do you really want to see the world fall to the Blight? What do you get out of this?
The Elder One commands the Blight. He is not commanded by it, like the mindless Darkspawn. The Blight is not unstoppable or uncontrollable. It is simply a tool. As for me, while the Elder One rules from the Golden City, we, the Venatori, will be his God Kings here in the world.
Release the Wardens from the binding and surrender. I won't ask twice.
No, you won't. The Elder One showed me how to deal with you in the event you're foolish enough to interfere again. Mark you bear, the anchor that lets you pass safely through the veil, you stole that from my master. He's been forced to seek other ways to access the faith. When I bring him your head, his gratitude will be... Ah!
Sorry, mate, I'm a little bit stronger than I was back then.
Kill them!
Alright. Circle of Death. Come on, fuckers. Oop. Ow. I tripped. Whenever I see that fall from the ice mine, all I can think of is them slipping on ice. Kill this demon. By rage. Go ahead. Oh. Let me resurrect you. Motherfucker. Bam. I think it's all of them.
Goodbye! Blood magic.
As you feared, the mages who completed the ritual are under the thrall of Corypheus.
And the Warden warriors? Sacrificed? I knew the Wardens would go too far. Eramon's lied to the Wardens. They were trying to prevent future blights. With blood magic and human sacrifice.
Despite their lack of wisdom, they acted out of necessity.
All blood mages do. Everyone has a story they tell themselves to justify bad decisions. And it never matters. In the end, you are always alone with your actions.
In the direction Eramon fled, the only structure of note is an abandoned Warden fortress, Adamant. I suspect we'll find the Wardens there. I suppose it's fortunate a friend once gave me some old maps.
Good thinking. The Warden and I will scout out Adamant and confirm that the...
Oh, boy.
We'll meet you back at Skyhold.
Well, so back to Skyhold. Okay. This will not end well. Revenants. Giants and Spellbinder. Oh, Revenants are horrible creatures of mythology. If memory serves, a Revenant is similar to a ghoul, as in a creature brought back to life. Similar to a zombie, I guess is a good way of putting it. But they're a lot more intelligent than usual. They're not just, mindless zombies after brains. But I could be wrong, and I probably am.
Has there been...
What's going on?
Inquisitor, is it true? Is the mark on your hand magic cast by Corypheus? Corypheus claimed it's a spell gone wrong. I wanted to think it was a blessing. A sign the Maker was returning to his creation. How credulous of me. Perhaps the Maker set these events in motion so long ago we can no longer see his hand in them. It would be fitting if that were true. Does it hurt? The anchor, that is. It's not pain. It's more like my nerves go on fire. It sounds most unpleasant. A situation requires your attention, Inquisitor. Noble Chantry loyalists in the city of Jadar are spreading accusations that you're responsible for the Divine's death. They're unusually organized. I recommend we send people to Jadar to deal with the matter. Let's send some ambassadors to convince Jadar I'm not a monster in disguise. I believe there's
Just checking if there's anything else they needed. Alright, check the war table, see if there's anything new.
Good day to you.
Let's speak later.
Servant.
Hi.
I tracked that Venatori mage back to Adamant Fortress. They're looking at assault options now for the war.
Thanks for coming.
You did well, Varric. The Inquisitor is just who we need.
Oh, it's been great. Murderous wardens, archdemon attacks, plenty of blood mages and crazy Templars. Just like home.
I know how much you hated leaving go.
This is the ass end of Thedas. You know they eat snails here? Still, I think I need to finish this out. If it weren't for me and Bartrand, none of this would have happened. So much for changing our lives.
And that's what happens when you try to change things.
That is very good advice. Alright, anything new? What's this? Alright. Oh.
Crestwood has had no further trouble with the undead.
After what happened, it will take time for the village to
Send
recover.
them out. Alrighty. I'm gonna prepare for this upcoming part. Maybe even fight the dragon first. Nah, I think I'll probably do this part first. We'll see. Anyway, guys, I'll be right back.